Hello, everyone. Sylvan Bell coming to you live from Oahu. I'm in Haleiwa. It's September 3rd, 2015. And I have to ask you a really important question. How do you make sales more conversational? How do you make sales more conversational? So I want to put together a couple of videos for you about how to make this process a lot easier for you. And the first tip could be at a coffee shop. And so one of the things that happened when I took copywriting classes, and that was salesmanship and print, the guy who was teaching it said, hey, look, one of the best things that you could do is go to a coffee shop and just write down conversations of people as they talk, just to get used to having that back and forth. Because one of the things that happens is, as you take sales training, you start incorporating words that are taught for the industry, that are taught from sales trainers, and it changes the vocabulary that you have. So it makes your structure of sentences pretty weird. So I'm not a huge fan of like, I'm gonna script out every single word for you. I'm gonna script out every single word for you, because that tends to not be done in your voice. So the thing is anytime that you're doing sales and you're talking with somebody, the conversation has to be done in your own voice, right? The conversation that I have with you has to be done in my own voice. So if I scripted all this out based upon somebody else, and then them saying, hey, you know what, Scott, you know, these are all the exact words that I want you to say, it creates a challenge because I'm not used to that word structure. That's not how I speak. So it would be like me going to the coffee shop and then taking somebody else's word structure and then trying to explain things exactly how that person explained it. The choice is gonna be a little bit different, it's gonna be a little bit off, and it's gonna be uncomfortable for the person who's sitting there listening. So for you, what you gotta do is figure out what your own voice is. You have your own voice, you have your own way of explaining things. Now, understand, don't get me wrong, scripts have their place and they're a good way for a salesperson to get training wheels and to learn how to sell and to have a better process, and that's cool, that's not a problem. But it's just a way for them to get started. Once a salesperson has everything down, then it's a good idea to go on their own verbalized script. And I know that I'm gonna go against what a lot of sales trainers teach at this point, but that's okay, right? So figure out what your own voice is gonna be. Now, if you could do a small favor for me in the box down below, leave a comment, question, or story, that'd be fantastic. To the right or to the left, there is a subscribe button. Subscribe, and then send it out to all your friends. If you stumble upon Facebook, Twitter, Google+, LinkedIn, Sylvan Bell. Only Scott Bell, Seminole. See you soon. Thanks for watching. Aloha.